Hey, welcome back to the channel. So we have watched the producers live stream together, and in this video we're gonna summarize everything that we capture from that producers live stream. So if you don't have that many free time, then just watch this. I'm gonna skim through everything, all the important information in here. So just sit down, stay tuned and listen to everything here. Okay, so we first of all we're gonna get a diamonds 1500. Everybody should already have it in their mail. Instead of giving us a promo codes, they straight up give everyone 1500 diamonds, which is good. Okay, and then this is the roadmap. In the early October we're gonna have the new story main stage, the Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, and then the part 2 of the Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Then after that, followed by the story event Stardust Memory Part 2. It's gonna be in the middle October. And then on November, we're gonna have the part 2 of the main stages of the IBO, Iron Blooded Orphan. We're gonna see Rex Lupus in there. And then the story event, we're gonna have a side story of the Blue Destiny, which is, if it's the same as the SSR version, the Blue Destiny should be a good unit. And then on December, we're gonna have the Gundam Hathaway. Okay, so that's the roadmap. So the Unicorn gonna come out in the 30th of September, so next week. And the units, we can already see some of the partial hits of the developable units. We see the full armored Unicorn Gundam destroy mode. Hopefully this is gonna be a tank, because an SP converted tank is insanely strong. We've already seen the result of the Psycho Gundam, the high new SSR. So there is that. And then the Banshee Norn destroy mode. Hopefully this is an attacker or a support unit, because we've already got the UR version of the tank Banshee. We don't need any more tank SSR version of the Banshee. unless this is also a tank. If for, then it's gonna be a good news for players who didn't get a chance to pull for the UR Banshee. So there is also Silver Bullet, Lotto, Krieg Zulu, Ksatria Repaired, and then Sinanju and Shamblo. So I'm hoping for a good stats on the Ksatria Repaired and also the Sinanju. Hopefully it's much better than the Nightingale, the Sinanju. Because the Nightingale is a good unit, but I always feel that it can be better, because the weapon effect requires it to be at low health. So every time I attack the enemy, I was like, if only I have low health. That kind of thing, okay? So Satria Repair is also the same thing. Like usually a big unit, we often link it with a tank unit, but we've already seen a Destroy Gundam from the Seed Destiny becoming a support unit, so we don't know what the Ksatria Repair is gonna be. So there's also the new characters for this development units diagram. This comes from the story. Don't know whether it's gonna be SSR or SR, but we have Banana Links, Reda Marcenas, Full Frontal, and Marina Cruz. And then for the Mobile Fighter G Gundam Part 2, again on the same day, 30th of September, we've already seen some of the developable units here. We have Burning Gundam, Noble Gundam, Rising Gundam, Walter Gundam, Grand Gundam, Raven Gundam, Grandmaster Gundam, and Dark Gundam Final Form. Again, not gonna be surprised if the Burning Gundam turns out to be a tank in here, because we've already seen the Shining Gundam in the development diagram becoming a tank. So there is that. And also we got the new characters here, the pilot Alan B. Beardsley, Urube Ishikawa, Kiral Mekirel, and Michelo Chariot. Now we're gonna have the second part of the Stardust Memory, which comes out, which will introduce the GP03 and Dendrobium here. So it's scheduled to begin from mid to late October 2025. And developable units here, like I said, we have GP03 Stamen and the Dendrobium, and then GM Quell, Neweziel, Drasi, and Gerbera Tetra. Now with the new characters, only partial is here, only two of them are known right now, which is the Karius Otto and Chima Garahau. Now following that, we have the Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans Part 2. This will introduce the Rex Lupus, scheduled to arrive from late October to early November 2025. Now, look at this. The developable units we already see here. Gundam Barbatos Lupus Rex. So this is what I've been waiting. I've been holding back from SP converting the Barbatos 6th form, because I know the Lupus Rex is coming. Okay, hopefully this is an attacker that is a much better one than the 6th form of the Gundam Barbatus, so I can finally use that Mikazuki to pilot this guy and deal high damage. Now we also have the Sedan Custom Ryusei Go, Gundam Gusion Remake Full City, Hasmal, Geirail, Helmwich, Raincard, Gundam Kimaris Vidar, and Gundam Bile. Now with the units comes also the pilots. We have Has Midi, Vidar, Iok Kujan, Julieta, Juris, and yeah. And then we have the Mobile Suit Gundam side story, the Blue Destiny. This is a story event, so it's not permanent like the main story event. It's gonna come, but they also tell us later down below that the story event can be doable again in the future. So all of those you who missed the previous story event, you can now choose to do the all story event. So for those of you who are missing the gold frame Amatsu, it's your time to get him. If you haven't got the Kou Uraki yet, you can get him there. And this is the Blue Destiny. Usually the unit that comes from the story event is somehow above average. They are good and have something very unique about them. So the Blue Destiny hopefully is also gonna be that great. Scheduled to begin from mid to late November 2025, and the developable units partial is only here. There's a Blue Destiny Unit 1, Ifrit Custom, and Blue Destiny Unit 2. Hopefully they are good. I'm more interested in the Ifrit Custom, but we will see later. And then Mobile Suit Gundam Brilliant Hathaway also gonna come as a new main stage. This is gonna be permanent in our Eternal, and there comes also the development diagram for this. Scheduled to arrive this winter, and this is some of the developable unit. Only 2 of them right now that you can see, the Sea Gundam and the Penelope. So hopefully we have a lot more than just these 2. Okay, so there is also a special scenario, History Makers. You can follow the story in here. I don't know if it gonna comes as just a story or a main story or a story event. We don't know, but they want to tell us the story of what happened between UC0079 to UC0105, which is the connection between the Unicorn and F91, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so there comes in the 30th of September, we gonna have a new banner. This is what you guys been waiting for. Okay, the new UR unit's gonna be Unicorn Gundam Destroy Mode Awaken EX with the pilot Banana Links, and I don't know what type is this, but it looks like it's gonna be a tank. Hopefully, like it's gonna be a good addition if we have another double support defense tank pilot. Okay, and there also comes the Burning Gundam, the one that everybody's been waiting for, new UR unit. It also comes with the power of friendships. Everybody in here is here from the Shuffle Alliance with Dovon Kasu as the UR pilot. So most likely gonna be an attacker, but we never know. Hopefully this is an attacker. And here comes the third UR units, you know. So if they really come together in a single banner, then it's good news, you know, because that means that your pool on that banner will be very much worth it. Like in any case, if you only aim for one specific unit, then yeah, it's either you get it or not. But if you don't aim for anything, then you have a chance to get either one of these 3 units, which is going to be a good addition to your lineup. So we have the Gundam F91 with the pilot Shibu Karno, and usually, because I only know from the lore that this is the fastest Gundam, right? So hopefully it has high mobility, but we will see, you know. And then new unit assembly scheduled to start on 30th September too. So we're gonna have a lot of new SSR units. This probably gonna also come with the banner that we pull in here. So really worth it to pull this banner, because you have a chance to get all of these units. You know, we have Angelo Saupers, Geara Zuru, then Rizal, Commander type, and then Dragonman, Gundam Rose, Gundam Master, Bolt Gundam in Super Mode. So the Shuffle Alliance are gonna be here. And there's also the new SR units, Full Frontal Sciaradoga and Angelo Super Sciaradoga. Okay, and with the units also comes the supporters. We gonna have new UR supporters, which is Otomitas and Nahel Argama Londobel. This is most likely gonna have attack of Mobile Suit Z Gundam, because so far we don't have the Mobile Suit Z Gundam UR supportership yet. But we still don't know. Okay, not I'm not saying it's for sure, but I do hope that is the tech that comes together with this one. So we also have the SSR supporters, which is Hill Dawson and Revlula Sleeves. I don't know from which story is this guy, so I cannot guess the tech. And then ongoing event Master League, we are currently doing this one. It's gonna be ongoing until 30th September, so you cannot use all of these new units in the current Master League. Okay, so good luck for those of you who are doing the Master League Season 4. And there also gonna comes new units in the Fierce Enemy Assault. We have the Shining Gundam Super Mode and the Bjarlan Custom 02. So if it is like any of the other previous Fierce Enemy Assault, they are mostly good units, so hopefully these two units are also gonna be worth to be SP converted. Okay, now the following adjustments will be made to obtaining development materials when clearing a main stage. So the developer learned from the CCA and also the Seed Destiny that it's very grindy. It takes very long time to grind the development materials until you can at least build the SSR unit in the development diagram. So they increase the drop rate of the development materials, okay, after the following maintenance on 24th of September, which is tomorrow. Okay, so we're gonna have a good time later, maybe when the new states, the Unicorn and the second part of the Mobile Fighter G Gundam story comes out. Now they also tweaks the gallery. They put the unit database screen, so now we can see the units, hopefully the units that we don't own yet. Hopefully I can see that units, see their maximum stats when upgraded, etc, etc. You know, it's gonna be a really good information. Also, when I'm not doing anything, I can just browse through all of these units, probably find something very unique or something that I'm missing, maybe a unit worth SP converting that we have never known before. So we will see. Now there is also a new normal and hard eternal road stages, and they want to make it even harder. They will be adding stages where only specific units and characters can be deployed to sortie. So I've already talked about this a long time ago when I explaining the units in the development diagram. Like I explained some of the SR units because there will come a day where you can only use SR units or maybe R units for a content, and to know which SR units are good, which R units are good, is a really good knowledge which gonna be useful in this new Eternal Road stages, you know. So it's gonna arrive in mid-October, so this will be a very good challenge for us. Okay, now they also gonna raise the maximum amount of available units, so now we gonna be able to hold 1,200 units in our hangar. It's gonna be implemented on 24th September 2, which is tomorrow. And then here it is. I've mentioned this thing above just now. New content history stage. So the fierce enemy, the story events. The previous story events that players haven't got a chance to do, like maybe for the newer players, they are missing all these old story events. There are a lot of good units and pilots from there, so they gonna put them to be able to for players to play again in the future. So for those of you who are missing some of the units from the previous story events, you can finally get them. Okay, and I also mentioned that for the current story event, which is the Astaroth, I mentioned that you guys should grind it to get the duplicate more MLB of the Astaroth, the Dantalion, etc., because it's unique. Like we can only in the previous story events, we can only get 4 copies of the unit, which is enough to just MLB one of that unit. But right now we can grind the development material, which I recommend you guys to grind it. But now that the history stages will come back in that story events, meaning that you can keep doing the story events, then you can slow down on the grind. Like you can do it also in the future, but still, like we don't have anything good to spend our AP on right now. So the story events giving you the most reward in capital and also capturable units. So it's a good idea to just spend the AP on the story events, because that's also where you can grind the most capital by dismantling all the units that you capture. And also all the rewards, like while spending the AP, you can also attempt the boss, which gives you the medallion, and that you can spend it to do an item gacha, which gives you more rewards, and you can keep doing that repeatedly. Okay, so that's why the story events is the best place for you to grind capital. So just spend your AP in here while they are available. Okay, and then we have a new feature. Okay, we now finally can SP convert a character, a pilot. So all of those SR pilots, R pilots, and the SSR pilots can finally be as strong as a UR pilots if you SP convert them. And in addition to just increasing the character stats, the skills and abilities will also be added more. Like they will gain additional skills and abilities once you SP convert them. Okay, so they will really be almost exactly like the UR pilots. So it's a good idea to start choosing which pilots you want to SP convert. Like I'll probably gonna make a separate content for that. But this is a really good news. All of those units that you have and thinking, oh my god, I don't have the UR pilots for this, or maybe, oh, I have the pilot for this, but it is an SR rarity, it can only go up to level 80, they are weak, blah 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 blah. It's no longer a problem now. So your favorite unit can be piloted by your favorite pilot. Okay, and it's gonna be implemented in mid-October. Okay, so be patient. Now we also addition of character ability, this one, yeah, the one I mentioned just now. Okay, so these pilots, usually the UR pilots have 3 abilities, the SSR pilots have 2 abilities, then the SR pilots have 1 abilities. Now when you SP convert them, they will gain a new ability. Okay, so just to match the SSR pilot and the UR pilot, they have the UR pilot have 3 abilities. So when you SP convert them, we expect the SR pilots to also have 3 abilities. Okay, that's what's gonna happen in here. Now there is also sound packs on sale soon. This is for those of you who enjoy listening to different kind of background music, but it sucks for me because all the music are copyrighted, so I cannot use any of them in my when I'm playing Gundam, and especially live streaming or making a content. So yeah, these are all the music that you can get. Okay. Then after that, there is an Eternal Pass on sale, subscription service. So for those of you who are pay to win, or at least a dolphin, spend a little bit of money on this game, then this is gonna be quite a good a good purchase for you. Okay, and then addition of SSP conversion of units. This is also a new feature, very important. This is SSP, is an even higher form of the SP conversion. So the SP conversion will make your unit can go up to level 100, increasing their stats. The SSP is even stronger than that. It makes the unit very, very special for you, and it will strengthen that unit to probably gonna be even stronger than a UR units. Okay, so the requirement, the conditions for performing the SSP conversion: target units must have been already upgraded via SP conversion. So this is just like the ultimate upgrade. You need the SP converted unit first, like you need to SP convert that unit first, and only then you can SSP that unit. So I don't know if that means that the UR units cannot be SSP converted because they cannot be SP conversion, you know. But it's a good news for the SSR unit and the SR units. Okay, units must be at the maximum level 2, and then unit must be limit break to the max, which is quite okay. I mean, like, the development diagram units are easy to limit break, but the gacha units also, for those of you who have played since the beginning of the Eternal launch, then you should have a couple of MLB SSR gacha units. Okay, scheduled to arrive this winter. Okay, so it's still gonna take a long time until we will see this this feature, but you can already prepare from now on. So that's why, like, for those of you, for example, you like Ball, or you like Zaku, or you like GM Sniper, or GM basically just the GM a Goof or Egg Guy, like, if you like those units, you can now SP convert them, SSP them, and they will probably gonna be stronger than a UR unit. It's gonna be fun, you know. But basically, all of your favorite Gundam's favorite units can now be used by you without the fear of, oh my god, this is an SR unit. It's like my favorite unit is weak, you know. You can make them strong. And addition of SP conversion of units further enhances your units by raising their stats, while also granting boosts like weapon upgrades and raising their terrain capability. So this is nice, you know. You can customize your unit even further. How to raise unit stats? Unit upgrade data will be required to raise a unit stats, so you can upgrade them one by one. You know how to upgrade weapons and raise terrain capability. Development materials and weapon upgrade materials are required to perform these upgrades, and specific upgrades vary according to the unit. Probably the attacker, the support unit, and the tank unit will use a different material, or the weapon also beam, range, special, awaken, melee, physical will use different material. The terrain capability upgrade will be available only to certain units. Okay, so don't expect every single unit that you upgrade will now be able to go atmospheric and underwater. Okay, only certain units will get a terrain change. The rest probably not gonna change. Okay, there's also a half anniversary campaign info here. The early bird unit assembly campaign, where you can choose one SSR, one SR, and one R unit from over 200 units, and you will get those units on 26th of September. So don't forget to go to the SD Gundam G Generation Eternal website, click on this banner, and do your early bird unit assembly campaign. You know, just do a gacha, pick your favorite SSR, SR, and R units, and that's it. Just leave it there. Okay, then the half anniversary campaign info, there is also a limited time character request now. So when you do your character request, you will have a chance to trigger a special character's request. Will appear for a limited time, just like the hidden boss in the story event, you know. So you can do that, but we don't know what kind of reward they're gonna give us. Hopefully a good one. Okay, it's gonna be implemented on 24th, and it will be there until 31st. So it is not a permanent thing. Okay, and then there's also a half anniversary campaign info. This is the best news for all of us. Okay, so we gonna get 46 free pulls in the unit assembly. Oh, for the half anniversary reward. So collect unit assembly specific tickets to pull it up to 46 times. 2 guaranteed UR units. I don't know if we can choose our UR units, but it's gonna start from the period of 30th of September until 31st of October. So there's gonna be a login, a mission, a quest. Do this, okay? Is the best reward we can think of. Like 2 guaranteed UR units, 46 times. Probably you have insane luck and get 46 URs. Who knows? Okay, so we see here clear its half anniversary missions to get up to 46 pulls free unit assembly tickets, plus get 3,000 diamonds by clearing them all. So we don't know what quests or missions they are, but we're gonna try our best to clear all of them. If it is a hard mission, like you need to clear certain stages using blah 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 or anything, then yeah, we probably need a video, a tutorial, a live stream, or a guide or anything about that. But if it is like only an easy task, like upgrade certain units, or develop certain units, then you can just do that. Okay, but basically just do all of them. It's a free units and free diamonds. Okay, who doesn't want? And there is also a login bonus. Login over the course of 7 days to get up to 3,000 diamonds from tomorrow 24th of September until 31st of October. Okay, so just log in 7 days in between a whole month. You have plenty of chance, so don't say you missed a day and you didn't get the 3,000 diamonds. You suck if you missed this. Okay, so free diamonds for all. And also there is a G Generation Eternal Memories campaign now is on. Share a post with hashtag G Generation Memories from the special site 2X. Get in-game items through the campaign. The thing is that it doesn't have enough information for us to do this. Like the thing is that I tried to post from my Twitter account to the SD Gundam G Generation Eternal Twitter account, but the thing is that there is nothing linking my Twitter account to my Bandai account. I did type my personal ID there, but I don't know. It says here from the special site 2X, so most likely from their website, because when we go to their website, we need to log in using our Bandai ID. So if we do anything in there and submit anything, then the developer will know, oh, this is for which account. Okay, but if we use another social media platform, then there's nothing linking our social media platform to our Bandai account. Okay, so they won't know where to give the in-game items through the mail to us. Okay, where do they gonna mail us? Okay, so we're gonna get more information on this. Once we know how to do this, we're gonna share it with you guys. So this is all the summary of the current for today's producers live stream. So hopefully it's gonna be smooth sailing from here on. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.